Okay. All right. I'm so excited for everyone that took the time to join me in the room tonight with a special agenda. Once again, things went better than expected. Even though I had plans in a different direction, it didn't go the way I hoped for. But sometimes the way things work out or for the best, they are for the best. Tonight we'll be talking about the event that I'm so glad I was finally able to put the link. And by me, I mean I didn't do it. Somebody else was kind enough to do it and help me. A lot of times we neglect to ask for help. Okay, by a show of hands, other people who don't like to be told no or embarrassed or had their feelings hurt. If you look at me and say, or I will not allow you to help me, even if you volunteer or say that you will. And so, because of that attitude, a lot of opportunities have passed me by, or I've not allowed myself to be included because of my decision to not take the risk of being embarrassed, told no, disappointed. By limiting myself and not stepping forward so many times, things would have went better had I decided to ask for the help that I needed. And I know that I'm not the only person that does that, particularly regarding our kids. Um, I had the privilege of having someone assist me who, in any other setting and occasion, I would have resisted the urge to request help. I would have decided that I was going to be in their way or bothering them or that they were busy, maybe wouldn't be able to help me. It wasn't within their job description. I would have done that without even having taken the time to have a conversation with them. I would have automatically decided for them that they wouldn't help me or couldn't help me. And so, because of that, I would have missed out on an opportunity for something that was very needed. I was struggling for quite some time to set up the link that I needed for the event that will be happening in July. We're going again to Nationals for Miss Amazing, which is an event for special needs girls. And my daughter won for her region, which is Georgia, and so in our state. And then she will be going to Chicago to defend her title for her division. And I have been struggling for some time to try to do it myself, even though I forwarded myself the link and all this stuff that I had not attached it. Now I've done other links and stuff before, but not to this degree and for something of this magnitude. So maybe it was my nerves or I wasn't paying attention well enough. And I had so many other things that I was trying to do. Since this wasn't my area of expertise, I just kept putting it down and starting something else that I needed to do. And sometimes we do that a lot. And in this particular instance, my Heavenly Father gave me courage and good sense for a few minutes. So I was able to get the assistance that I needed for someone who cared enough about me to say, girl, move out the way. Let me help you. Um, Generally, anybody that knows me knows that I don't like to tell people my business, but I'm going to tell you tonight. Um, Thursday, I wasn't feeling well. I had a talk to do in our congregation, but I had something else that I needed to handle, and we had an appointment that we had to take care of and could not set it off a different time. But I knew I was feeling really bad. Now, if you know me, you know I'll keep moving no matter how sick I am. But stupidity was getting the best of me, and I was getting sicker and sicker. I could barely stand up and breathe at the same time. And I was like, this isn't going so hot. Maybe I need to go check out the emergency room, just to see if I stay on this side of the ground today. And so my husband went on and took me, and I went, and they told me I was in DKA. Now I'm not gonna tell you how my A1C is, so nobody don't call and tell me out. But I have been being sick literally every day. I was probably sick. I know I was. I've been sick every day for the better part of 7 months. And I wasn't saying anything to anyone. I was struggling. There wasn't nobody but Jehovah that kept me here on this side of the ground. Cause the doctor came and told me, y'all, when because they kept me. I went and they said, you're gonna be here for us for a while. I basically begged them to get out. I was there 5 days. I went for a peekaboo and they said, no, this is where we're gonna take you. So I went from ICU to a regular room, and I was there till Monday night. Um, they was gonna try to keep me to Tuesday or Wednesday, but I said, look here, I got things to do. Am I still almost dying? They said, no, but we need you to get a little better. So they kept me for as long as they could, but other things were put into place. Had I not decided to get out of the way of my own stupid, and my Heavenly Father and my husband said, we're going to the doctor, it would have been a lot worse. I might not still be here because of all the things that were happening as a result of being sick and it getting worse and worse and worse because of my fear of not taking care of the other things that need to be done, not taking care of what other people needed me to do for my mom and my other family and my kids and my husband. I almost wasn't around to do anything else for anybody else. Sometimes we have to take the time to get the help that we need and to say, I have to help me because I won't be able to help you if I can't help me. And sometimes our desire to be of use blocks our common sense. Our desire not to disappoint other people blocks reality. Our lack of the realization that if we put things in our Heavenly Father's hands, we have to stop taking it back is if we're in control of something when He has let us know that not only does He have it, we have to rely on Him continuously. And for me, that's really, 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 really hard because maybe I have more ego than common sense and I want to be of assistance with lack of understanding. And it doesn't mean that others that don't understand, they don't know. They don't know that you are willing to help when you're not being honest about what's really going on with you. You're willing to allow other people to take a vacation and a break, and you're not giving yourself one. Or people don't know that you never get a break because you are fearful of allowing things to get out of control because you are in the belief system that you control everything. And if you just let go, everything will go bad. When in truth, that's absolutely not what's going to happen. And while I was in the hospital, my house didn't fly off the planet. Nothing happened to the children. They were still alive, and so was my husband. But had I not taken care of myself, they would have been left to fend for themselves a whole lot longer because of my decision to keep trying to hold on to things. I'm so glad that my daughter has the opportunity to participate in this program. Um, Years earlier, she might not have had this opportunity. Not just because of the length of time they've been here, because at this point, I think they've been around, this program has been around for about 10 years. But Because of my desire to control so much of what was going on, those who were in positions of assistance, sometimes we don't trust the process in which they're doing things because it's different from the way that we do things. So it comes off as inappreciativeness or lack of interest in being involved in something that we are unaware of the process and how things go, or we're not the one that's controlling things. Some people won't travel because they can't drive the vehicle that's taking the trip. A lot of people won't get on a boat, and the first thing that they say is, "Well, I can't drink that much water, and I can't sail a boat." Or they won't get on a plane because they say they can't fly it. They don't mean they can't fly because they can't sit there. They mean they can't guide it. And they say, "Well, I can drive my car and I know how that's going to go." But you miss out on lots of wonderful opportunity. And as parents, we deprive our children and sometimes ourselves of an opportunity to grow, to make friends, to thrive because of our personal fears and the things that we can't get past and the help that we won't get in our own personal ego and pride. We lack the ability to stop trying to control things that we don't always need to. It's important that we show people appreciation for the things that they do for us. But we also need to give ourselves grace to accept the fact that sometimes just because someone may not be able to help us, or they may have to tell us no because of circumstances or their own personal inability to assist us in that moment or in the capacity that we need, they may be able to direct you to who can. When I started to let go of the fact that I can't always control everything and everybody isn't always going to say no, or even if they do, maybe, just maybe, they may be able to show me who can. And if I allow that to be, I'll give myself an opportunity to be okay, to take care of myself, to give myself grace, to give myself an opportunity to let things not work out the way that I want them to and to adapt. If you see, one of the things I learned is if you want your children to learn to accept no, if you want your children to trust their own instincts, if you want your children to learn how to seek assistance when they need to, you have to show them how by your own personal example. You have to show them how to seek out our Heavenly Father's guidance and accept the help that they will need. I was talking to someone recently, and we were having that conversation about helping our children develop a good relationship with our Heavenly Father. And we were it come to the conclusion that one of the things that I really want for my kids are for them to develop a relationship where they're not afraid of God's, they're not afraid of the fact that if something happens, that they can go to our Heavenly Father. That they are more concerned with disappointing Him, but understanding that He will forgive us if we are honestly repentant. And that they're not more concerned with the opinions of others. See, are we more concerned with what people think and what the outcome of it may be with humans? Or do we honestly want his approval and assistance so that we can continue to carry his name in a way that brings him honor? Are we more concerned with their opinion, or are we concerned with disappointing our Heavenly Father? It's important that we make that decision, because if you have a real relationship with him, the things that you won't do to disappoint him will protect you. Because if you do not have a relationship with him and he is not real to you, you're capable of doing anything. It won't be hard to lead a double life. It won't be hard to do things as if he is not aware. So it's more important to seek his assistance in our day-to-day life and making good choices and being honest about where we have shortcomings, because he sees them. And Satan won't be able to use guilt against us, where we will believe that he won't forgive us for things that we may fall short in, because that's a part of being human. He forgives us if we're repentant, whatever we do. So we won't be worried that they will avoid making a dedication to him out of fear of something happening and them not being a part of his arrangement and people not speaking to you. That's not important. What's important is losing that connection to him and not being able to have that opportunity to stay close to him via our own doing, because what people think is really not as important as what he does. So seeking help saved my life this weekend. And it helped me today. It helped me with this for my daughter. The t-shirts that anyone decides that if they're going to the link and see, they'll be ordered directly from the website, and all the funds go to those who are participants in the fundraiser. So any fundraising will be any t-shirts that are bought will aid in the travel and all those things that come with the hotel stay and things of that nature, and covering the cost of the trip, because it can get a little pricey. So anyone that would like to participate and purchase on our shirt, it really would aid us with Rayla. We really would appreciate that. Thank you for joining us in the room with a special agenda. Make sure that you are never fearful of getting help. It might be the one thing that saves your life. You all have a great night. Thank you.